GCSE Foundation Maths. Week 6. Welcome to Week 6 of your GCSE Foundation Maths revision course. This week we're diving into geometry, a huge part of the exam that covers angles, shapes, transformations, area, perimeter, and volume. Geometry questions appear across all three papers, and they're often some of the most accessible marks, if you know the rules. Today, we'll break everything down into clear visual steps so you can approach any geometry question with confidence. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Angle facts, angles on a straight line, and around a point. Let's begin with the core angle facts. These appear constantly in GCSE questions. Notes: square corner equals 90, straight line equals 180, around a point equals 360. Square corner 90. The square angle always represents 90, regardless of its orientation. Around a point equals 360. Take the known three angles, 90, 120, and 80, from 360, and the missing angle x is 70. Straight line equals 180. If one angle is 130, the other on the straight line is 50. Vertically opposite angles. If angle B is 60, then the opposite angle C is also 60. When two straight lines cross, opposite angles are equal, so B would equal C. They would also have to be 120, because there was 240 left from 360. Angles and parallel lines. Parallel line angle rules are essential for foundation. Whilst it appears like many varied angles, you quickly discover that there are two values only to deal with in the classical formation. Corresponding angles. All angles in the top group correspond exactly to those below, and vice versa. They are congruent. Co-interior angles are the angles in between, the parallels on the same side, that add up to 180, like with a parallelogram. Alternate angles, often called z-angles, are on either side of the transversal. Chapter 2. Shapes and properties. Polygons, triangles. Triangles are fundamental elements in GCSE geometry. The most important note is that the total internal angles of a triangle equal 180. If two angles are 50 and 60, the third is 70. Triangles are named either via their side relationship or the size of their angles. Scaling triangle. None of the sides or angles are equal. Isosceles triangle, the most commonly examined triangle, has two equal sides, two equal angles. Equilateral triangle, as in its name, and a process of elimination. All sides and angles are equal at 60. When named for size of angle leaves, right-angled triangle, this has 190 angle. It is not possible to have another 90. An acute triangle has all angles smaller than 90. An obtuse triangle has one angle over 90. Polygons, quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals are four-sided polygons. They have an angle sum of 360 or double that of a triangle. S-square is the most basic quadrilateral. It is regular polygon. Regular means that it has congruent sides and angles. For a square, those are always 90. Rectangle, the second most basic quadrilateral. The sides parallel to each other are congruent. The angles are always 90. Parallelogram is similar to a rectangle with the sides parallel to each other being congruent. However, the diagonal opposite angles are equal. The co-interior angles add up to 180. Rhombus is essentially an equilateral parallelogram. It has congruent sides, but only the diagonally opposite angles are equal, as with a parallelogram. Trapezium has two parallel but unequal sides. The other sides may or not be equal or have the same angle. If they are, that is known as an isosceles trapezium. Kite looks like an old storybook kite. It is symmetrical down the middle in one direction. Along that line of symmetry are two congruent scalene triangles. As a result, if you drew a line through the apexes of both, it would create two different isosceles triangles. Notes: internal angles of all quadrilateral is 360 diagonally. Opposite angles equal in parallelogram and rhombus. All angles 90 in rectangle square. Chapter 3. Transformations, translations, reflections, rotations, and enlargements. Translations. Translations move a shape without rotating or flipping it, using column vectors. With column vectors, a pair of brackets enclosed to numbers, one raised above the other. The top number is the x movement, and the bottom number is the y movement. X movement for a vector is right and left. Right is positive and left is negative. Y movement for a vector is up and down. Up is positive and down is negative. In both cases, the Cartesian coordinates are irrelevant. A vector is simple, the movement from one point to another. Vectors may simply be indicated with the 2 points and an arrow above. Like a 2b, translate the shape by 3 for x and -2 for y. Move right, 3. Down 2. Note, you can map all of the point from the original position to the new position, using the same vector. Reflections. Reflections flip a shape across a mirror line. It is as if you fold the original image over the reflection line. The result creates a symmetrical image. The reflection line thus becomes the line of symmetry. Whilst you may need to reflect across an axis or a drawn line, often you will need to draw the line of reflection on the Cartesian plane. The standard lines usually requested are the vertical, like x equals 1, or the horizontal, for example, y equals -2. The numbers used here are indicative as they will usually choose anything within the boundaries of the Cartesian plane used. So if we reflect the shape through the line x equals -1, we get this. Notice the formula for the line appears on the drawing. Rotations. Rotations turn a shape around a center point. For a rotation, you need the center of rotation, the direction, and the angles. Center of rotation is usually a coordinate direction, can be either clockwise or anti-clockwise. The angle will be 90, 180, 274 foundation. Rotate the shape through 2190 anti-clockwise. Note, 90 anti-clockwise is 270 clockwise. Enlargements increase or decrease lineal dimensions based on scale factor. It is still called an enlargement even if the size reduces. Scale factor 2 gives dimension doubles. Scale factor 1/2 gives dimension halves. For GCSE Foundation only, lineal enlargement is considered. The lengths and heights use the scale factor. The areal enlargement is different. With enlargements, the center of enlargement is required and the scale factor. The center of enlargement positions the shape. The distance from the center of enlargement to the shape will increase or decrease depending on the scale factor. Enlarge the shape by a scale factor of 2 through the origin. Notes: enlargement can result in increase or reduction in size. Negative scale factors flip the shape center of enlargement positions, the enlarged shape. Chapter 4. Perimeter and area. Perimeter, peri, means outside or around. Meter means measure. So perimeter literally means the measure or distance around a shape. For any polygon, we simply add up all the sides of the shape. Example, rectangle 8 cm by 5 cm. Perimeter would be 8 plus 5 plus 8 plus 5 equals 26 cm. Notes: perimeter, add all the sides. Be sure to count all sides of a complicated shape. Make sure units match. Can't add cm and m. Area measures the space inside a shape. This is measure in squares. Square cm, square feet, square miles, etc. Area formulae: rectangle square, A equals BH triangle, A equals 1/2 BH parallelogram, rhombus, A equals BH. Trapezium, A equals 1/2 A plus BH. Example, find the area of a trapezium with parallel sides, 6 cm and 10 cm, height 4 cm. Trapezium area formula was half A plus B times H, where A and B are the two parallel lines, and H is the perpendicular distance between them. So A plus B equals 6 cm plus 10 cm, and H equals 4 cm. So A equals 1/2 6, 10 times 4 equals 32 square centimeters. Chapter 5. Volume. Volume measures the space inside a 3D shape. Where area was measured in squares, volume is measured in cubes. 3D is for 3 dimensions, x, y, and z axes. Volume formulae: cube, V equals a cubed, cuboid V equals BHL prism, V equals area of cross-section times length. A cuboid is a rectangular or square prism depending on its cross-section. So the formula for prism applies there also. BH is essentially the area calculation for the face of the cuboid. Then the length, volume of cylinders. Cylinders are effectively circular prisms except they don't have faces along the cross-section. The formula is derived in the same way the area of the circle. Cross-section are multiplied by the length, or height. V of cylinder equals RYH. For example, find the volume of a cylinder 10 cm tall with a 6 cm diameter circle face. V equals RYH, where R is radius and H is length or height. Remember, 1/2 diameter equals radius, so radius for this question is 3 cm. V equals pi times 3 times 10 equals 90 cubic centimeters. Chapter 6. Exam-style questions. Question 1. Angles in parallel lines. Find angle x. Answer alternate angles gives equal x equals 52. Question 2. Triangle. Angle. Angles are 40 and 65. Find the third. Answer 180, 100, 575. Question 3. Translation. Translate the shape by x direction -4, y direction 3. Answer. Move the shape, left 4, up 3. Question 4. Perimeter and area of isosceles triangle. B equals 12 inches, H equals 8 inches, S equals 10 inches. Answer. P equals 12 plus 10 equals 32 inches. A equals 1, half 12 by 8 equals 48 in squared. Question 5. Volume of cuboid. L equals 7 meters, W equals 4 meters, H equals 3 meters, Answer: V equals 7 by 4 by 3 equals 84 cubic meters. Chapter 7, Quickfire Recap. Let's finish with a rapid recap. Pause the video if you want extra time. Questions. 1. Angles on a straight line, add 2. 2. Congruent means. 3. Area of rhombus formula. 4. Volume of cylinder formula. 5. What is a corresponding angle? Answers. 1. Angles on a straight line, add 2. 182. Congruent means a copy, same scale, same angles and dimensions. 3. Area of rhombus formula, BH4. Volume of cylinder formula, pi r squared h5. What is a corresponding angle? Angles in the same relative position. Great work, completing week 6. Geometry is a major part of GCSE Maths, and mastering these skills will help you with transformations, trigonometry, Pythagoras, and real-world problems later in the course. Next week, we'll move on to probability, where we'll explore sample spaces, tree diagrams, and experimental probability. See you in week 7.